I'm coming to tell you right now that you are a community penis. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm sorry, Zara is absolutely hilarious. Kai was like, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? Your mic works today. Okay. People, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everybody is doing well. Another day, another Love Island review, and wow. Okay, what a juicy episode, guys. There was so much going on. I didn't even know where to look. I'm looking here, one person is shouting, I'm looking there, one person is shouting. I said, wow, there's a lot going on. So definitely a very chaotic episode. So much happened. It was actually too funny. So as I usually and I always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? You guys know the subscription should even come from the fact I am in another country and still doing these reviews. So definitely subscribe, support your girl if you definitely love these reviews. Number two, also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also on my Twitter at Sarah Destiny X. And number three, please get cozy and comfy with a hot Abina and some snacks, and let's get into this review. Okie dokie, so let us start off with Jess and Will's date. You guys already know I did mention this in yesterday's review. By the way, guys, I'm going to try and talk slowly because someone commented that I talk too fast. I'm so sorry, because when I speak to people on a regular basis, I don't talk fast, so I don't know why I'm talking fast in these reviews. Anyway, I digress. I might still talk fast, my apologies. We'll definitely try and slow it down in the future. But yeah, Jessie and Will ended up going on a date. You guys definitely would have known in my last review from yesterday, I did say that I do feel like that date was very strategic. Not only had Will completely dropped a bomb, i.e. there's a situation going on, something needs to happen. I just found it very interesting how the producers decided to send them on a date knowing that Will was sitting on a bad boy piece of information, and now of course Tanya and co have to do his dirty work. So very strategic. But my number one question of course was, what was the budget for that date? Because that date was very extravagant compared to the other dates that have taken place. It was definitely given final dates. You know, final dates when it's the last four couples and the Love Island producers go all out. That is exactly what that date was given. But it was cute. Okay, it was definitely cute. And I did also tweet this as well. I do love Farmer Will. Oh, love him to bits. But now that him and Jessie have found each other, they can go. Okay, whether it's to the UK, whether it's to Australia, they can wrap it up and I think they can go. Okay, the villa is looking a bit too crowded. We can start getting rid of some couples. Now let's move on to Tanya and Zara going to speak to Olivia. You guys know Zara made it very clear that she's sitting on a what? She's sitting on a bad boy piece of information. Shout out to Lana. And of course, she definitely wanted to be the one to drop the news. I do feel like for Zara, this was low-key payback time. Okay, payback time, reparations, baby, you about to cry. So I do feel like Zara also felt like she had a one-up with the whole situation because, you know, her and Tom had recently deaded the whole situation as well. Of course, Olivia was completely pissed off, and whilst this was taking place, the boys were also having a conversation. So I think word had got around that, oh my god, Tanya and Zara quickly went to Olivia like something is up, something is up. And Tom immediately, lying through his teeth, when I told you guys square head and height, you people don't believe me, square head and height, and a liar to add at that, was lying through his teeth, saying, oh, I don't know what's going on. I've been honest with her. No, you haven't, babe. And we're going to also rejog that memory because it's currently given amnesia. Of course, Olivia ended up confronting Tom about the terrace. Guys, oh my god, some guys are so scary. Some guys are actually so scary. Tom was like, oh, yeah, what did he say again? The terrace kiss happened yesterday. It wasn't today. But the kiss still happened, babe. So why are you acting like the days as to when the kiss happened on the terrace doesn't matter? It matters. Whether it was today, yesterday, even if you plan to kiss the girl tomorrow, it is still very problematic. She kept saying that I feel like I've been played and you're not honest. And he kept saying he's been 100%, he's been 100%, which is just so scary to me. It's so scary. How can you lie like that, that you've been 100% when you clearly know that you haven't been 100% with this girl? I mean, did you forget that you kissed Ellie? Because maybe that's what happened. Because I don't know how you forgot that you managed to kiss someone on the terrace. Very scary vibes, okay? Of course, Olivia ended up walking off crying. Oh, how the tables turn. You see, there's that quote that people say, my God does not wear flip-flops, so he what? He can't flop. God cannot flop. How interesting how the tables turn. Okay, very interesting. Now let's move on to Ellie. I'm actually screaming because when all of this information came to light, she said in her confessionals, this is why you should never trust a guy over 6'2", sorry. Interesting. All right, there are some tall decent guys out there. All right, there are definitely some tall decent guys out there, but It's so interesting because I feel like for some girls, the taller the guy, the more stupid he acts. For some, okay? Luckily, that's not my story. But for some girls, it's almost like tall guys just feel like they're invincible. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. But anyway, let's move on to the guys talking to Tom. I'll be very honest with you, guys. It's so interesting how Shaq, you guys already know this, right? And I say this, it's fine for people's opinions and views to change when it comes to these characters in the show. But I initially didn't know how I felt about Shaq. You guys know this because I was very clear. But one thing that I can boldly say, which is why I feel like I'm really, really, really warming up to him, is the fact that out of all of the guys in the villa, I genuinely think that Shaq has the most sense. Shaq definitely has the most sense out of all of the guys in the villa. He's always quick and the first one to stick it on any guy who's doing anything wrong. And I do like the fact that he was essentially just talking sense into Tom. Like, you can't think that what you done was okay when you strung Ellie along and Olivia along and da-da-da-da-da. Of course, Tom was being hard-hearing, as he always is, but am I surprised? Not really. I don't get the vibe from Tom that he's actually in Love Island to find love. I feel like he's just there to just play a game and literally see whatever girl falls on his shoulder. But you guys already know how I feel about Tom. Square head and height. Nothing else. Let's move on to Olivia. Of course, Olivia was speaking to the girls about the entire situation and saying that, oh yeah, he's playing me, he's playing me. Zara, of course, being spokesperson again. Zara was milking this entire situation, guys, but I honestly do not blame her. I'm actually screaming as well because I saw a tweet that said that I'm crying because Olivia's beef isn't that he kissed another girl, it's that he never kissed her. Guys, Olivia is I've told you guys, Olivia's auntie of the villa. Olivia is too grown for this. She's actually too grown for all of this. It is shocking. Okay, it's actually shocking. Auntie Olivia of the entire villa, and this is how you want to be acting. Why are you so... and this is what I mean. Like, I feel like some tall guys make girls lose their sense because Tom does not give anyone anything. Yet, he seems to be causing the most drama in this villa. How does that even make any sense? Okay. Thank you very much. Let's move on to Ronisha and Lana having a conversation. Guys, I said Ron, his name is Ronisha. Ronisha proved to me today that men are mad. Some, okay? Some men are definitely mad. On top of yesterday's episode where he was like, yeah, she's 100% my type. I would definitely go for a girl like that. Now you've come to a new episode, another day, to come and remind me that another girl is your type, okay? On top of that madness, okay, let's add to it. On top of that madness, you're telling me you're going to get to know that girl, but you still want to make it very clear to me that I'm your priority. It must be crack. How does that make sense? You want to go and speak to another girl, yet you want to tell me that, don't worry, I'm getting to know another girl, but you know you're still my number one. Ron is mad. I'm not even... Oh my gosh, Ron is actually not okay. I'm actually so confused. It's giving crack. Definitely giving crack. But Lana did say that she wants him, when she was speaking to the confessional, she was like, I just want him to miss me. Like, I just don't get why I'm not anyone's priority. I just need her to stand up. Like, where are the city girls in this season? It only seems, for me, it seems like Zara, Ellie, and Sammie, and Tanya actually. Okay, pretty much all the girls, all the girls but Olivia and Lana need to honestly stand up. Like, why are they so emotional over these guys that don't even give? Okay, Ron does not even give. He used to, but his points have severely decreased over the past couple of episodes, all right? Definitely sitting at -6 right now. Let's move on to Kai and Tanyel speaking. Guys, Kai is mad. Okay, Kai is mad and some men are scary. That's all this episode showed me. Kai was, of course, well, Tanyel, if anything, first addressed Kai, because you guys know that Kai, with this whole situation with Sammie entering the villa, the way he's acted around Tanyel, like, completely just pushed her to the side because he maybe doesn't feel like it's worth it, or he doesn't feel like, oh, there's nothing there anymore, my type is in the villa, I'm not going to pursue this, so and so. Okay, well, be mature about it and speak to Tanyel about it on a one-to-one level. Instead, you're giving her the cold shoulder and you expect her to be normal about it. Of course, Tanyel was very vocal about her whole opinion with the whole situation. Sorry guys, my camera was flashing, but yeah, of course Tanya was very vocal about the opinion with the whole situation, and was just like, listen, I'm not going to be around a guy that's like this. Kai was like, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? Your mic works today. Okay, your mic definitely works today. Very interesting. I just feel like, yeah, Kai's not serious. Definitely delusional. I know Nicole said this in her review yesterday as well. Kai is actually delusional. You were definitely punching with Tanyel. Fair enough, you don't want to pursue things with her further. That's fine. But you don't make her feel rubbish about it in the process. Be mature about it and have a one-to-one, mature adult conversation like you should with the girl. It's not given. And on top of that, I don't even feel like Sammie's going to pick him. So He's just moving brave right now. Honestly, just moving very brave. Let's move on to Tom and Ellie having a conversation. He basically said that he feels like there's nothing more between them, but it's just flirty. Ellie was like, well, you don't speak. And Tom, guys, you need to just think with sense sometimes. I just feel like Tom doesn't reason well. I don't feel like he reasons well at all. Like, Ellie is telling you need to speak up. Well, what am I supposed to say? What am I speak up, babe? You don't speak much. So you, even with the small conversations you're giving me, so you're not even giving me much conversation, but you want to be kissing me how many times on the terrace? I mean, he needs to go, okay? Square head and hat. When I was saying it, people were calling me rude. Oh, okay? Is he not giving square head and height? Because I don't feel like Tom reasons well. Like, it's actually quite embarrassing. I'm sorry. Of course, let's move on to Will and Jessie coming back into the villa from their date. I already spoke about that in the beginning, so that's fine. Jessie and the girls were updating her. Jessie was updating the girls about the kiss, about the date, sorry, and then also about the kiss. And Will was also speaking to the guys, essentially just saying that, you know, he's very sorry that it came out that way. He definitely wants to consider... Sorry guys, my laptop is moving funny. But yeah, he definitely wants to consider speaking to Ellie about the whole situation, because he does feel really bad with how things came out, and he didn't expect it to come out that way because he felt like it needed to be a girl-to-girl conversation. I don't know if I believe in that. I don't know if I believe in that per se, because if anything, why did Will feel like it was his place to go and tell Jessie and Tanya about that situation? I don't know, but I feel like Will just gets a pass because everyone just loves Will. Let's move on to Zara doing the catwalk over to Tom. Guys, I was screaming at this scene. I was cringing, but I was also screaming at the screen. So of course, Zara decided that she's going to do a catwalk over to Tom, and Tom was just like, I'm not having it. Like, he was literally sitting with all of the boys, and Zara said, me not care, okay? I do not care. I'm coming to tell you right now that you are a community penis. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm sorry, Zara is absolutely hilarious. How could she just say that? I was actually screaming. But she also did say that, you know, I hope your parents are proud of you. And for some reason, community penis didn't upset Tom. It's the comment about hoping that your parents are proud of you that seemed to have spun his jaw. Very confusing. Of course, in his confessionals, he was like, oh, of course my parents are proud of me. My parents will always be proud of me. He went to go take off his jacket like this. No, I'm not having it. Who are you going to go fight? Who are you actually going to go and fight? Tom is not, this is what I mean, guys. The guy's not serious. I'm so sorry. Very laughable. Let's move on to Aaron and Tanyel. Guys, furniture talks. Furniture speaks. And the furniture is called Aaron. Because what was Aaron doing? No. What was Aaron letting us know that his mic was working? Because why on earth did he think he can raise his voice to Tanyel? Why did Aaron actually think he can do that? Okay, very interesting. I don't really feel like I have much to say about that whole situation because Aaron is fetching for a storyline, and personally, I don't want to give it to him. So for that reason, I'm definitely going to move on. Let's move on to bedtime. Of course, Kai and Tom decided to sleep in the day bed. Very interesting decision for Kai, because Sammie hasn't made it 100% clear to you that she wants to couple up with you. And also for Tom, very understandable, because you were, of course, in a situation with Zara, and she just called you a community penis. So there's no way you're also going to be sleeping in her bed. And Lana as well was telling the girls that she doesn't want to lose him. I'm just thinking, I need city girls to wake up ASAP, okay? Like, what is with this lose? This time 3 weeks ago, you didn't even know who Ron was. Like, wipe your tears. Don't allow this guy to see you upset. Believe in your source. Believe in your slay. Believe in your power. There are other guys in this villa, and other new guys will come into this villa as well. So do not allow Ron to rattle your head. Like, the tears from Lana this season, yeah, very interesting, okay? Very interesting. Let's move on to the following morning. Of course, we were told that it was Tanya's birthday. Our good sis is 23 years old. I would have loved to see more surrounded about her birthday, in today's episode. We didn't really see much apart from a girl is 23. Hey, that was literally it. But happy birthday, Tanya. Hope you're well. Let's move on to, of course, you guys know every single morning the girls have a chat and the boys also have a chat. I'll briefly speak about the boys. Tom was saying that he doesn't like drama, but it seems to follow him everywhere. Someone who lacks self-awareness, okay? Because you need to, if drama seems to follow you everywhere, is it the environment that is toxic, or is it you? Tom, you need to answer that question. Like, it's almost like when people say, oh yeah, everyone always moves mad everywhere I go. Is it everyone moving mad, or is it you? Okay, you need to look within. Self-awareness check. Have you passed? But he did say he does feel like he should have told Telly, you know, wow. He should have told Ellie that it was a friendship thing. I don't think that was his own reasoning. I think that was because Shaq decided to drill some sense into him the night before. He also said he was going to apologize to Liv because he feels like it was a harmless kiss with Ellie. And he also said that he didn't care to speak to Zara. So very interesting how you don't feel like you can offer an apology to Zara, but Ellie, do you know what I mean? Like, Tom to me is a very interesting character. Like, he's actually scary. I'm not even joking. Let's move on to Kai. Kai was saying, oh, it's a turn off the way Tanyel spoke to me and Aaron yesterday. You're still talking there. Wait there. Okay. Of course, the girls are talking. Olivia was saying that, you know, the door has like a really big padlock on it. I'm just thinking, that means that padlock can be opened, which means Olivia will still 100% take Tom back, which is very scary, but we're also going to get into that very soon because we know that they have a conversation, and she does. And Zara essentially was just saying that she doesn't care about the entire situation. So I'm still team Zara here. I love the fact that she doesn't care. She's herself. She's bold. She's beautiful. And where people don't want to support her, I think people on the outside are supporting. And me, I'm one of those supporters as well. Now, let's move on to Tom pulling Zara for a chat to apologize. Guys, so embarrassing. Okay, it made me feel like, I know this is like a deep, you know, analogy, but it made me feel like, is this how dumb girls look when they take back men that disrespect them? Is this how stupid like some of us have actually looked in the past? Because Tom did not deserve, okay, you know what, it's a bit hard, right, guys? Okay, it's definitely a bit hard because I definitely don't believe in holding grudges, only because, like, you know that thing that people say, like, if you, is it wishing evil on someone? Or no, unforgiveness is like you drinking poison. No, what is it again? Unforgiveness is like you drinking poison and expecting your enemy to die. Okay, I know that's a deep analogy, don't get me wrong, but it just, I don't know. He literally apologized. She was like, oh yeah, it's okay, like everything's all right. She started smiling, he started smiling. Shame. Yeah, shame is free. Okay, shame is free. She was saying, of course, you know, like, I still do care about you. And he was like, yeah, of course, I still care about you. I'm just over it, guys. Unfinished business, Mr. and Mrs. Unfinished Business are still here, showing us that their business is unfinished. I said finish this business and wrap it up because we're tired of seeing this back and forth. Are Tom and Olivia going to be a thing, or are they not? Please let me know. What do you feel about them? Okay, I'm just over them. I've very much been over that storyline for a while now. Let's move on to Aaron pulling Tanyel for a chat about last night. Like I said, guys, I don't even really want to speak about this because Aaron is even lucky that he had a storyline with Tanyel. But I do love the fact that Tanyel is just a no-nonsense babe, so she didn't really care about his apology too tough. And I also don't care about his apology too tough as well. We can also move on to Rona and Sammy talking / flirting. It's just so interesting how Rona's completely done like an entire 360, not 360 because that takes you back to square one, an entire 180. They've done a 180 the whole Lana situation. Of course, whilst he was flirting and speaking to Sammie, Lana walked up to Tanyel, not Tanyel, sorry, Lana walked up to Tanya and just started crying. And this is what I mean, like, I just need the girls to find some spirit, some vim, some pizzazz, some something, because all this crying constantly for these guys that don't deserve your tears is very interesting and worrying for me. And it also lets me know as well, like, as a female, also as a male as well, you need to have self-worth, you know. Someone who isn't treating you nicely doesn't deserve to see you cry, and they don't deserve to see you hurt. And especially when you're in a situation when you actually can meet other guys and there's an opportunity for you to meet other guys, don't allow yourself to be held down by Ron because he doesn't know what he wants. You cannot tell me I'm going to be a priority while she speaks to other girls. That doesn't make any sense to me. So Lana, wipe those tears, babe. City girls up. Let's move on to Will speaking to Aaron to still go after her. I do agree that this was good advice for Will. Do I think it was good advice for Aaron? I don't know. I feel like Lana, pack your bags or leave. Like, why, I personally, if I was in Lana's situation, I'd rather leave the villa than to give Aaron a chance. Only because for me, like, Aaron is just a bit sometime-ish. He, furniture that speaks, he pops out once in a while. When he pops out, are you angry? Are you mad? Like, it's just looking for a conversation, looking for a storyline. But if he likes Lana, he can definitely try and make it work. I personally, from that interaction, I don't feel like Lana is interested in him. But at the same time, you know, Ron isn't the only fish in the sea. So she needs to wake up and explore her options, whether it's going to be with Aaron, whether it's going to be Spencer, or whether it's going to be the new guy that enters the villa. need something to work itself there. Now let's move on to the nighttime. Of course, the girls are talking and Sammie was saying that she's really happy that she's had good reception from the girls. The camera did pan to Olivia and Olivia did kind of give like a screw face, but then was like, oh, I'm glad you're comfortable. And I'm just thinking, this girl is just, you guys already know how I feel about Olivia. She doesn't give me good girl vibes. She definitely gives me mean girl vibes. But I don't feel like, not that the girls have not given her a good reception. The girls have definitely been intimidated by Sammie. So I don't know, something isn't adding up. I don't know if the producers are not giving us the right scenes or something along those lines, but Sammie feels like she's had a good reception. Who am I to judge or say anything otherwise? Of course, Kai decided to immediately pull Sammie for a chat, and Tanyel, Ron also came to pull Tanyel for a chat as well. Kai was saying that straight up and he was blunt, yeah, I'm not feeling Tanyel anymore, you've been looking beautiful ever since you came, so and so. I think the issue with me, and this is what's quite laughable, is I don't actually feel, oh, you know what? The recoupling. Oh, guys, sorry, spoiler. I'll get into that at the end anyway. So, rewind. I do feel like if Kai is given the opportunity to pick first, he is going to pick Sammie. But I don't feel like Sammie is as interested in Kai as he honestly thinks he is. She is, sorry. So I think it's quite interesting how he's completely letting all his eggs in his basket go, aka Tanyel, and putting all of it into Sammie, and even being disrespectful in the process. Like, it's not given, okay? You guys really know how I feel about Kai. Someone commented on my tweet saying, although I say square head and height for Tom, that can also apply to Kai as well. Let's move on briefly to Ron and Tanyel having a conversation, and she was just being very blunt with him that, of course, she doesn't care. I don't want to speak to Kai about the whole situation anymore. It is what it is. And as they were having that conversation, they ended up getting a text that the islanders should gather around the fire pit immediately. And we, of course, were told that there was going to be a recoupling and the boys will pick, and the girls that will not be picked will end up being dumped from that island immediately. So overall, a very strong episode, okay? Very funny, definitely very laughable. In regards to the midweek recoupling, that is a great plot twist, so shout out to the producers for definitely doing that. Just at first glance, because the guys are picking, and this is very annoying, because I don't know if any of the guys have a friendship type of relationship with Zara. So there is a possibility that Zara can actually be getting sent home. Okay, there is a possibility, because Tom's not going to pick her, Shaq's not going to pick her, Will's not going to pick her, Aaron's not going to pick her, Tom's not going to pick her. Who else is in that villa? Kai's not going to pick her. Ron's not going to pick her. Do you know what I mean? So just thinking about everything is very interesting. I do think if Kai, Tom or Ron are given the opportunity, whoever goes first is definitely going to pick Sammie. And I guess if another girl picks Sammie, then Ron is going to pick Lana, which is just going back to the whole second choice option. The guy's just not serious. But I'd love to know who you guys think is going to get sent home tomorrow. Maybe Tanyel will get sent home. I don't know. No, Ron has a good relationship with Tanya. I don't think he'll let her go home. Yeah, there is a possibility that Zara could be going home tomorrow, guys. So it'll be very interesting to see who the guys are going to pick in tomorrow's couples. Overall, a very strong episode. I really did enjoy that episode. Just so much drama going on. So I'd love to know I'd love to know what you guys also thought of that episode below. But other than that, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching, and thank you so much for watching, and also for your love and also for your support. As always, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and also follow your girl. And once again, Anna, thank you for watching, and I shall see you in tomorrow's review. Bye.